Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
Hello. I am Corey.
I'm Sam.
I'm Jason.
And we are the Cigar Junkies. And if you're listening to this, then so are you. Remember, we are here because of you, and we appreciate your generous support by liking, subscribing, and sharing our podcast on every platform and by word of mouth. You help us grow. So please continue to be a part of our community and do that when possible. And obviously, it's not just us today. There's a new junkie in our midst, a very attractive junkie. We got Brandon from Apostate Cigar.
Look at you go.
I love the enunciation. It was perfect.
Just for clarity. We try
clear.
we try not to get Eric too excited over on the couch. You don't want him diving.
Is Eric a fan of prostates? Is that?
Wow, nobody indicated anything like that. Why you got to go there, man?
Someone was going to say it. It might as well be me.
No one would say anything
Get ahead
like
of
that
it.
on the show.
Get ahead
It would
of it.
never happen here.
He likes to get a toe on it.
My foot in the door first.
That happens. Right? So here we are again.
Yep, back at it.
We are obviously set up in preparation for the Apostate Cigars event that's going to take place here this afternoon at the lovely Just the Tip Cigars in South Park, Pennsylvania. In addition to, this is also the Liberty Pool event.
Yes,
day, right?
sir.
Is this the last Sunday of the month? Is that how
Last
that goes?
Sunday of the month, yep.
There you
We're
go.
going to smoke and drink?
Well,
My God.
you might
on a
be.
Sunday?
I've been told I turn into a woo girl.
The Lord's Day?
I figured Apostate was perfect for us.
You guys nailed it.
It really is.
We do all of our, my partner owns a retail shop in Salt Lake City, and we do all of our events on Sunday. It's
Are all
church,
his
baby.
cigars taffy flavored?
Yeah, absolutely.
Taffy?
Saltwater taffy. I get it.
I like it.
Yeah. I see where he's going.
Yeah.
Salt Lake.
No, I dig it.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a
that.
He
reach.
was like, I did the right thing.
It was a
cutting you
reach,
off.
but the context was good.
I'm half tempted to go over there and get an airhead. Like, I just put like the mystery one in there, which is the best one.
Bring
too.
it over. I'll blow you off.
Yeah, that sounds like that's we're in his arena now. What's up, Mikey Kazora?
Think I need to booze? I really don't. What's up, Dougie?
That's why we didn't.
Dougie Doug.
If anything, the booze softens me up. I think. But
Oh, that's
Softens.
unfortunate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. That's
So later, when you want to
There's a
issue your
term
complaint,
for that. Yeah.
It's called whiskey dick.
Exactly what it's called.
Yeah, it's okay. There's all kinds of pharmaceutical combinations,
Manipulations.
you
It's
can do.
good to be a man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So we
that's
went
why I
there.
drink tequila.
Okay. My tequila. Speaking of tequila, I have like a half dozen people that are excited for the karaoke event because they all think that they're the funniest person who's going to go up and sing tequila, and they have no idea there's like 5 other people with the same idea. It's gonna be
Just do a
interesting.
tequila off.
Tequila.
Yeah.
That's literally that's your role.
Get it.
I mean, at least you have a like-minded crowd, I guess, right?
Or empty-minded. I mean,
Yeah,
same.
Same thing.
I
things
think
can
what
be
you
true.
do is everybody gets the mic for one tequila. So they all have to
Just
share the
switch.
song.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you
It's
all
like
signed
herpes,
up for
it's
the
better
same
to share.
song, you
Yeah.
all have to be on stage at the same time.
Winner-
Absolutely.
Winner
Yeah.
gets a shot.
Yeah. Last tequila gets the bottle.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you
you
go.
go. Just
I like that.
have it round robin.
Rotate.
Winner gets the
Rotate.
worm.
Yep.
Wiggle worm winner.
And the tequila.
So, what's good, man? How's the week?
Well, chaotic. Still doing the old midnight work schedule.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's a little weird trying to work around that, but doing the Strum Junkies practice, got that in the bag. Fucking, I've been trying to clear coat that guitar. By the way, a spectacular failure as I expected it to be.
Really?
And
What'd you do?
Well,
I mean, shellacs real hard. Shh.
I went with, based on recommendations, I went with a water-based polyurethane
Okay.
with a satin finish, and I got a spray bottle, spray can the first time. I could not get that spray can to not create droplets on the
Like
surface on my
blotched up.
test piece.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was got a small jar of the same stuff so that I could brush it on with a sponge brush.
Yep.
Which I told him was a bad idea.
Yeah.
To be fair, they were all bad ideas.
To be
for me,
fair.
the best idea would have been to have somebody else do it. Yeah.
I told you what to do.
Yeah.
I told you go out and you buy Krylon clear coat.
Yeah.
And you spray Krylon clear coat on it from about 24 inches away.
Yeah,
I have clear coated thousands of things.
Thousands. You really are in a mood today. Dude,
Yeah,
you're in a
he's
fucking mood,
spicy.
bud.
You're
Yeah.
spicy. Yeah,
Like,
I like it. Yeah.
He's definitely.
What's like as much as you
I'm
say
into it.
you're not, like you need a game of chess. That's what's going on.
No, spicy.
I feel like you need Brandon to kick your ass at some chess.
Spicy leads to content. I say keep it up.
So.
All right. I like that.
Anyway, I got brush marks, but we'll see. So I did the first layer, and you're supposed to sand between layers. Yes.
Yeah.
I tried to sand, but I put the heaviest coat on I could. Figured I'd sand it and even it out, and then go. Nope. Because as soon as I started sanding, it started peeling off the artwork. So I'm like, nope.
You wait. How long do you wait before it dried?
This shit dries in an hour.
Okay.
I had the heat on circulation, and I waited a couple. It was very dry.
But it connected to paper.
Yes. So I don't know if the coat wasn't thick enough. I don't know. The point is, I ended up not sanding. I put more on, and it actually doesn't look bad.
Okay.
It's just I'm gonna have.
It's not
the
where you
fucking
wanted it, that's
the
all.
brush
Yeah, you're
strokes
not
on
done
it.
yet. Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing too. So I can give you a little bit of context. This is a cigar box guitar, is what it's supposed to be. However, it is made from an actual cigar combined with the lid of a cigar box.
It's made with an actual cigar combined with the lid of a
Yeah,
cigar box.
Guitar. My
You better
apologies.
say
An
guitar.
I
actual
can't do
cigar.
two things at the same time.
Cool.
So that's the lid of an
there you
Aladino
go,
box. Yeah.
All right.
But the problem is
That was
those,
the big Aladino box.
Yes.
That was,
they are just a piece of paper glued on
Mhm.
to that lid,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So it's like, how am I going to make
Not
sure
so
this
great.
doesn't run and stuff? It'll be okay. It's got character anyway. I
The
didn't
more
end up
coats, the
painting the
better.
edges, so it's got a lot of interesting. It's going to look still great, I think. So.
Speaking of characters, tell us about your adventures, because you were like
My adventures.
Florida. You were all over the
Yeah.
place this week.
I'm
right?
always all over the place, man. Yeah, that's kind of what I do right now. We're a relatively young company. We have one rep on the West Coast, and so the rest of the country is all me. So I'm 2 weeks a month. I'm on the road. I just got back from Florida about a week ago. Something
Poor
like that.
guy.
Yeah, poor me.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
it was kind of shitty.
It was
Like,
nicer here
the
than it
weather,
was there.
Yeah, the weather was not great. It was we were hunkered down Thursday down there with tornado warnings. There was all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, that's not fun.
went to Miami. You know, your typical tomfoolery down there.
Mojito a Miami.
Yeah, we went to Old Havana or Little Havana, whatever they call it. Got some Cuban food.
Yeah, I think
got
the
some-
old Havana's in Cuba.
Yeah, we were
Probably.
not in Cuba. Could have been. I don't know. It's close. So
Hop,
no,
skip,
it was
and a
fun,
jump.
man. That's what I do. I like traveling. I like meeting people. It's the best part of the job for me. And here we are in beautiful PA. I love it. I love it here.
Beautiful PA with our
I haven't seen
wonderful
the sun in
Grace.
4 days. Yeah, but
that's
I still love Pittsburgh, man. This place is cool.
Sounded like that Chris Rock, Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow song. I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days.
yeah, no,
it's
and you
exactly
won't.
like that. No,
Yeah, you
and that's
won't here.
fine.
It's
who needs it?
basically Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly what I said. I was talking to my wife the other day. I was like, honestly, you'd love Pittsburgh. It's just like Seattle. She loves Seattle. So
It rain. I think Seattle or Pittsburgh gets like
More rain.
12 more days of sunshine than Seattle does.
yeah,
but we get
similar vibe.
like 12 more inches of rain than they do.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far
That's
as
why
like
here-
sunshine goes, Seattle's got us beat by
Right.
It's almost like 210 days a year we have overcast.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind it. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm having a good time. And now we're gonna do an event here at just the tip today. I'm
Just for a
excited.
second to see how it feels.
Just to see how it feels. Yeah, you like that, don't you? You like
I
saying
love
that.
it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm getting a banner made for under there. It
You need a
says "Stop
banner.
by just for a second to see how it
second.
feels."
Just to see how it feels.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun.
So tell us about the prostate cigars.
Well, I don't know much about those. I can tell you about Apostate cigars.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah, those.
That's what I said.
Yeah, what do you want to know? I've told the story a dozen times. You've probably heard a little bit of it. I don't know what your viewers
I
have
ain't heard
seen or
shit.
heard. Okay,
Yeah.
well, fuck me then.
No thanks,
so
you're not my type.
The
That's
basic.
not from what I've seen. I think he might be.
I might be. It's got to be somebody's type. God damn it. Basic premise being. I'm getting winks from the couch. I got to slow down.
His boots are already shiny, all right?
I mean, not.
I warned you when you came in.
Could do all right. So my partner and I, my partner's named Kendrick. He owns Beehive Cigars in Salt Lake City. He's run the retail shop out there since about 2009. Brought me in around 2015 just as a part-time employee. Within a few months, I was the GM of the place, doing the ordering, doing the buying, going to the trade shows with him, making connections with manufacturers, building relationships. Fast forward 5-6 years to the pandemic in 2020. You guys remember that, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm not familiar.
You remember?
Oh yeah.
No.
So
I heard about it.
we got a little bored because we were required by county and state law to do curbside only at the cigar shop during that time.
Yeah.
So you'd order ahead or just show up. We'd be in the front door with a table. You couldn't come inside. So we needed like 1 or 2 employees for the week, right?
That's why
so,
you got a drive-through window. at
Yeah,
the
dude,
shop,
that's
just
perfect.
in case.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it happens, when it happens again, right?
Right.
When whatever
the
virus
next
comes
one is.
along.
The
So
economy's doing too good.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it. Interest rates are too
her.
low.
Yeah.
So we got a little bored, and we're
I
creative
watched that
types,
again.
and we decided we had always wanted to do like a house blend our own house blends for the shop, right? We have good connections in the industry with manufacturers, so we decided to hit up Hochi Blanco, who does La Galera. He's been a good friend of ours for a few years. We've toured his factory before, knew the operation a little bit. So when we called him, told him what we wanted to do, the conversation quickly turned into a bigger scope than we anticipated. We just decided to make a brand out of it.
Just get after it.
Just get after it. Yeah, if we're gonna do it, let's do it, right? So
Pitter patter.
yeah, man,
Let's get at her.
let's get at her. So we went down there, February of 2021, and did our first 3 blends. The first blend is right behind us here, the cigar called the Initiatory. That was Hochi and his son kind of showing us the ropes on how to blend a cigar. So that one, when you smoke it, it's going to taste the most like a La Galera or like something Hochi would blend because we really leaned heavily on his guidance. But the rest of the line is that's all me and Kendrick. He gave us full run of the place, let us do whatever we wanted with his tobacco, really. So
Wow.
it's been a cool adventure the last 3 years, going down a couple times a year to the DR, doing the blending ourselves, seeing the farm, getting it all set up, and now we're spreading quickly across the country. We got a lot of retail partners, getting more every week, so it's cool, man.
So just from like the so I went on your website to try to get some information.
Perfect.
Right? Everybody's got
plenty
the
there,
fucking
yeah.
our mission, our background. Those things like say to be completed later,
Yep.
right? Because I was like, okay, I want to know a little bit more
That's not
about
yeah.
like so a couple of things. Apostate,
Mhm.
a strong name,
Strong name.
and
Very
you
specific
have
name.
like kind of I would almost relate your artwork to like religious iconography.
Exactly.
Really, with the
Okay,
name
so
Apostate.
can you give? But do you know what apostate means?
Do I?
I was speaking to him.
Okay.
but I
was
mean,
like,
if
yeah,
you
I know
do,
what it means. Yeah.
so it's like
He doesn't work with the apostates
I
because he
was-
used to be one.
I was referring to
Yeah.
you because it's supposed to be. Well, essentially, it's like a rebel or freedom, right? Like you're rebelling against. But the primary
it's a
definition
specific religious
from-
term. Yeah.
right,
Mhm,
like-
mhm.
is rebelling against and freedom from religion.
Perfect.
So I wanted to know if that was like kind of the take. Is it supposed
100%.
to be like the iconography without the religion?
Yes. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. The iconography. So the history there, my partner and I, obviously growing up in Utah, we didn't know each other in our youth, but we had very similar upbringings.
You guys were like Indiana Jones. This shit's cool as fuck, but I don't know about this religious shit, right?
Kind of, yeah, man. It's one of those like you're born in wherever you're born, that's your culture, right? That's your religion. If I was born in Turkey, what's the religion over there? I'd be Hindu or whatever. But it's like we're
Hindu,
born in
Turkey.
Utah. The predominant religion is Mormon, so we were Mormon, right? I was never very good at it. He was more of a straight shooter than I was.
It was not an athletic sport. I was never good at it.
I was never good at being Mormon, man. I have a problem with authority just by my nature, right? I don't like being told what to do. If you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do everything I can.
All right, stop
to
talking for a second.
Get into it, you know? No, I'm going to ramble now. Fuck you. Yeah, no.
It makes our jobs easier.
Go.
No, dude. So you've seen the Mormon missionaries riding around on their bikes with their white shirts, right? Trying to knock on doors and
Have
get
I?
your Book of Mormon. Oh, they're around for sure.
Right.
Pittsburgh, they're here. I
They
promise.
don't come to my door for some reason.
Well,
I don't know.
They probably heard about you.
That's right.
So,
He knows. Somebody did his show prep.
so I got to be a missionary. I went to the Dominican Republic. So when you're a missionary, that's a 2-year calling. I was in the DR for almost 2 years. I came home early because I was over it. But I got to live in the culture and learn the language, which is helpful now. But eventually it got to a point where I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm good. And I was about 25 when I left the church. Kendrick was around the same age when he left. So it's when you leave the church in Utah, that's what they call you. They call you an apostate. It's kind of it's their polite way of telling you you're going to hell. You know.
Fuck yeah.
So it's one of those. That was my community. Those were my neighbors. Those were my schoolmates. Those were my coworkers. And when you leave, that network is gone, right? So I didn't really find a sense of community again until I walked into a cigar lounge.
Okay,
You know?
you are definitely the perfect fit.
Mhm.
A lot of people talk the talk in the cigar world
Mhm.
about why can't we make this a religion so we can get the tax deductible. You know what I mean?
There
The
are people
tax
doing
breaks.
that.
Let's
Yeah.
just do it, man.
It's
like
happening.
you're the guy.
No, man.
Like you're the perfect fit. Let's just
But
turn
there's
that
also the
screw.
side of it where I don't want to put those kind of shackles on something like this either, too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sure, you could skip the tax stuff, but like, is that really what's the cost benefit ratio there? Right?
have you
'Cause
seen the tobacco taxes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in Utah. It's 86%.
I'm just picturing cigar fanatics.
Mm.
Like you've got every religion has its fanatics. Like what are they going to be? Like
Oh my God.
that is not an opus. Wah-wah!
Yeah.
They'll be the guys going around with the April Fools.
Yeah.
10
Right. The
bucks.
last thing cigars needs is more dogma, right?
Right.
What do they
Yeah.
call the thing on a tuxedo
Band-
that goes around your
cummerbund.
belly?
Cumberbatch.
A cummerbund?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if cigar band cummerbunds become a thing, I'm in.
There's no reason for you not to spearhead that.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Why don't you take that
We
and
could-
go, dude?
It
Absolutely.
just look like
I mean-
just like everyday wrestling championship belts.
You
That's
now
better.
that
Now
would
that's
that would be
better.
better. I was
That's
going to say
better.
you
Yeah.
already go around with the leather hat on. You could definitely do a cigar bandolier.
A cigar
See, I've
bandolier.
thought
That
about
even
that
sounds
with, like,
cool.
Cigar
little
bandolier,
bottles-
right.
Fucking God, are you kidding?
Little bottles
Yeah.
of tequila. I've considered
Boom.
that. But I
Cigars just in
hadn't-
the slots. I
Oh.
love the cigar bandolier. That's a great idea. Yeah, man.
They'd have
Hell
to be
yeah.
tubos.
It would have to be.
Because
or
you don't
still
wanna
in the
destroy
cello.
'em,
Just
putting
keep
them
it in
in
the
and out.
cello. You'd be all right.
Well, then what you could do is you could alternate. It could be cigar tubo,
Sick.
empty tubo full of tequila. Cigar
Yep.
tubo, tequila.
You guys, we're onto something.
I like that, but here's what we need. We need a movement where, first of all, somebody makes a tubo that I'd want to carry. Because most of the tubo cigars are not cigars that I'm like,
There's a
"That's
lot
great
more out there
everyday."
than you think.
Maybe.
and just most
Just-
of us don't carry them.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
one.
fucking
There's one hitting the
get on it.
market really strong right now called El Mago. Have you guys seen this new brand?
Mm.
Dude, you're gonna see him like at PCA. You're gonna see him on social media. This dude is, especially in Florida, he's taken over. Every shop I went into in Florida was carrying this dude's shit. And you're looking at tubos that are beautiful, brightly colored, and the tobacco's pretty damn good. And he's selling that shit for like $9.
Hell
it's
yeah.
not crazy. Yeah, dude. So
Get on it.
Watch
You know,
out for
I'll
El
order a
Mago.
box
yeah.
just to fill my bandoliers.
There you go.
Now all I got to do is convince a tequila company to make little tubes of tequila. and I'll
use
be
your
ready
old
to go.
use your old tubes.
The old tubes.
Yeah, and just
It tastes
recycle, baby.
probably a lot like that Aladino bourbon.
yeah. It's like now you've got your own custom tequila too.
Speaking of cigars, maybe the kids at home would like to know what we're smoking.
Ooh.
I don't know what I'm smoking. What do I got here?
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Just the Tip Cigars. Are you looking for the best selection of boutique cigars? Do you want the tried and true legacy brands that are synonymous with the cigar lifestyle? Do you want luxurious cutters, lighters, and other accessories? Do you want to relax in the most comfortable cigar lounge in the burg? Then you want Just the Tip Cigars. Conveniently located in the Bavarian Village Shopping Center in South Park, Pennsylvania, Just the Tip Cigars has been tailor-built to your smoking needs. Whether you visit in person or on the web at justthetipcigars.com, when it comes to cigars, just the tip is the whole package. It's there as like if I need it. It's in the commercial.
Yeah.
And we're
back.
hey, we can talk
we're live.
because the mics are muted. However, you do still have to pay attention for the end of the bump.
Time's up.
It's
Time's
useful.
So what are we
So-
smoking?
So it looks like you and I and this gentleman.
And
We're all smoking.
And
Are we all?
Keith
We're all
and-
doing
yeah,
it.
we're all
right,
smoking the
cool.
same cigar.
So we're all smoking the Sword of Laban. This is one of our two newest releases that we dropped at PCA in July. So this is a Churchill. It's got a Corojo wrapper. It's got a nice 47 ring gauge, like a real Cuban Churchill. Corojo wrapper, San Andres binder, and a lot of Corojo in the filler too. Mostly, it's actually all Dominican filler. So I get really sweet notes off this. It's kind of woodsy, but there's like some dried fruit going on, a little molasses on the finish. It's pleasant. It's a medium at most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
That's definitely a mild plus to a medium for sure.
Yeah.
It's I agree with the medium. I don't have that kind of palate, right? I don't get the flavor notes.
And he's smart enough not to claim to. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
He admits it.
Yeah.
Can I get that on record? That's the nicest
He's
thing.
smart
you said.
enough. He liked that part where you said he's smart enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would actually, I don't get the sweetness. But it could be because of the drink pairing that I have is obviously a little bit extra sweet.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
the
got plenty of
question at the
sugar
end
there.
of the day when you're smoking a cigar is not if you're tasting pomegranate and cedar and wallet leather. It should be, are you enjoying
What kind of butter?
Wallet leather.
Oh.
Leather.
Yeah.
I thought he said wallop butter. And I'm like, I don't know what wallop butter, but I'm buying a tub of it.
You're missing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the question is, are you enjoying what you're smoking?
I am.
it. That's
but
it.
what I would say is if I had to describe the notes or lack thereof that I'm getting, it's almost a little meatier to me.
A little savory.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some savory. It's savory on the palate. I get the sweet in the retrohale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% get the dried fruit
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah,
that's
dried fruit,
no doubt
right?
on that.
Yeah.
The molasses I'm not seeing, but that doesn't mean anything at all. So
You know,
also not a
it's just my way of describing what the sweetness tastes like.
What's
to
it, a
me.
ramen?
A little bit of ramen, a little bit of curry.
Here's something most people forget. Molasses kind of tastes like olives.
yeah.
Yeah, molasses kind of has like an olivey taste to it.
Olivey and a little sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of the spicy ramens.
Okay.
Like the big old bowls.
Love
you
some
know,
spicy
that have
ramen,
the
baby.
chili sauce
Yeah,
in there
hell
that
yeah.
Jason likes to do
Chili.
shots of.
Well, he leaves me the chili. He'll do
Hell
this
yeah.
ramen and then leave me the chili
you go.
packet.
Yeah,
It depends on which one because there's like a 5 pepper system on those.
Okay.
And the 5 peppers, I won't add the chili sauce. 'cause,
Okay.
Like,
Holy
it's got
cow.
enough half.
I didn't realize you left me one of those 5 pepper ones, and I had one of those little cup of noodles, and I poured that whole friggin' thing. I'm in there. One of the
good
guys
morning.
walks
Hell
in
yeah.
as I'm eating it, and I got sweat coming down my forehead. I'm eating this thing wide-eyed.
Nose is
just
running.
stuffing
Yeah,
it
dude.
back, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "This is hot."
It just kept going.
Yeah, you don't stop.
funny.
No,
man.
I was
Hell no.
hungry.
Yeah.
He's never said that before because he wanted to be like, "Oh yeah, it was great, I loved it," and now we get the story on the 5 alarm one. Well, the
No,
thing
I'm-
is too on those ones, like the powder, the packet is also spicy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
like I like spicy for flavor.
Yep.
But I've done enough fucking challenges.
Yeah, me too.
One of them was enough.
The one chip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Done that a couple
like
times.
that's not my jam. Like I
Yeah.
like spicy flavor.
I think
And
the
so
one chip
I'll
is
leave it
just
at
to say that you did it. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
not for flavor.
No,
at
it was
all.
because I got
Yeah.
cornered on fucking.
I
the
absolutely just
internet
pulled him out
live.
on the
Just
show and
fucking
was like,
bullied
"Here, we're
him.
doing this."
Yeah,
And he's
dude.
like,
There
"Wait,
you
what?"
go. There you go.
Mm.
No, my kids and I, we do hot wings almost every Friday, and
Nice.
we love just as hot as you can get it for the sauce. And I'm still a baby. Like I love it. The flavor's good, the heat's good, but I'm still a total baby. You
Yeah.
know, I'll cry, but I'm not gonna stop. It's good.
You're in good company. Watch that video.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I'll find it.
We actually have it cut on YouTube just to like a 7-minute video
Love
of
it.
that.
I'm in.
So
I'm in.
if you want to see us get
I watch
tortured,
hot ones all the time. I'm all about that.
I'm not like
Yeah.
I love
You don't like
spicy
it?
as long
Yeah.
as it's flavorful, but like you
Yeah.
get into that and I'm like, fuck.
No, the
there you go.
flavor has to be there. That's
Let's-
yeah.
I ate the chip and I was like, what? Not even a minute in, and I just went, yeah, I'm not tough.
Yeah,
Started
you're
drinking.
done.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
I got
didn't-
nothing to prove here.
It didn't help that my chip was mostly intact and his wasn't, and he essentially like inhaled the
the
dust.
dust and the crumbs.
He
yeah, man.
was
Oof.
done immediately.
But at least I was smart enough to keep my mouth shut for longer. You
Uh-huh.
just kept talking and breathing through your mouth, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh no,
that'll kill
no.
you.
It's a podcast. Somebody had to talk.
We could have just sat there and cried.
We did it with my
Probably.
kids and my twin boys. They were like 14 at the time, and one of them got a fucking bloody nose.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Well, it's
It
off
was-
the market now.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, they got rid of him. It killed
somebody.
a kid.
It killed
Yeah.
a kid.
No kidding.
A 9-year-old
What's-
did it and
what's
fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
dude.
actually
I believe it.
crazy is that you can still get them on like eBay and shit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They're expensive
Right.
as
Sure.
hell now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
here's the
like, if you
thing: you
have
can
one,
buy like scorpion pepper
Totally.
sauce.
Yeah, I've got sauce in my fridge hotter
And
than
then-
one chip.
Yeah, and then you could just put it all in a chip.
That's what I
and
do.
Just
I
toss
eat
it in your
tortilla
mouth.
chips with the sauce most of the time. Yeah,
So
man.
that, like, you speaking of killing a kid with the one chip challenge, my daughter has she had ear tube problems,
Yeah,
like draining her ears draining
Right,
and
right.
stuff like that. So she got constant ear infections.
you hit her with wasabi, didn't you?
No, she had to have her adenoids taken out and
Oh.
tubes put in her ears. And it was a problem my little sister had for a long time, which led to it was untreated because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it went untreated for a long time. She kept getting tubes, kept getting tubes, kept getting tubes. Now my sister's damn near deaf. She wears hearing aids.
Right.
So we had my daughter taken care of. In fact, the guy that treated my sister in her early teens treated my daughter. So, which is pretty cool because the guy
That
was
is
like
cool.
90 years old.
I just yeah. Go ahead.
After having all these surgeries, what they don't tell you, because my daughter had surgery when she was like 6, is you can't eat spicy stuff. And my daughter
Just
likes
can't do it.
spicy
Oh,
stuff.
no.
Well, I'm sitting there one day with a habanero, and I had sliced a piece of the habanero off and tossed it in my mouth, and I was
Oh,
like,
those
"Man,
are-
that's
those are
hot!" And my
hot,
daughter's
yeah.
like, "Let me try
Those are
it, Dad."
Oh.
She like melted down because she was like, "It hurts my ears! It hurts my ears! It hurts my ears!" And my
Because
wife
everything's
was like,
way more connected now,
"My wife
right?
was like,
Yeah.
no way." So she looked it up and she was like, "Oh, this is 100% true."
Yeah, how do we
Sinus
stop
goes
this?
straight to the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
It was bad.
Ooh.
Oh no,
She
that's
melted
terrible.
Yikes.
You're a horrible father.
So, anyways,
sometimes.
we like spice.
I'd do it again.
Yeah, and this started from tasting notes. Look
Yeah.
what you did.
That's what we do, man.
We
Yeah, I like it.
so like when I say this is just
Mhm.
like
Yeah, this
we
is
have a
the
couple of
roadmap.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very organic. And somebody asked me the
It's
other
even
day.
better.
It was like, oh, how do you just talk for that long? It's like, well, you don't know me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you've never been to a cigar lounge.
But,
right?
but Sam and I discovered firsthand, like, not only can we do this, we could do this for fucking like an
6
evening if we
goddamn
need
hours.
to.
No, this is the best part. I love it. Ramble away.
7
Yeah.
hours.
Hell
and
yeah.
shit.
I
Oh.
dig it.
But if we ever get too far off track, that's what this
Yeah.
is mostly for.
Okay.
Reins
it's
us
a
back
crutch.
in.
It's a crutch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I thought you said crotch for a second.
So how many
Well,
kids do you have?
a prostate.
Five.
It's a little hers, mine, and ours situation. It's a blended family. I have 3 from my first marriage, 17-year-old daughter and twin 16-year-old boys. My wife from her first marriage has a 14-year-old son, and then we have a 9-year-old son together. So
Oh, cool.
little Brady Bunch
All right.
action. Yeah, you know. I'm in Utah. I used to be Mormon. I got to keep up with the kid quota. You know?
There was a lot of comments going through my head that I was choosing
Lay 'em
not
out.
to go with.
Lay 'em
and
out.
then, so
No, don't censor yourself for my account.
So we got a little bit of competition for the participation trophy of the week.
we do.
I think, yeah. The problem is Keith's already gotten it before. So Keith Kilburn from South Dakota, written into this show numerous times,
Yeah.
which we appreciate because your feedback is useful when you're like, stop being a woo girl. You know,
Is
like
that
we
what you
don't like
appreciate
that.
about him?
Yeah, that's what I appreciate.
Stop
for
being
sure.
a woo girl. Did I pull a heartstring there, bud?
No, it's relevant. You know what I mean? It's just something to call back to.
Fair enough.
So then we also have a lovely Southern gentleman who is not named Sally, as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
But he sent us in these lovely little books.
Yeah.
Have you taken a peek at these books? I feel like Jason
I have
is
given it a
going to be
gander.
all
you're gonna love
about this shit for sure.
It's quite simple. That's what I like about it.
Benjamin,
Yeah.
Right?
but I want to go
Okay.
back and get his
Man,
last
this takes me
name.
back to when I just first started picking up cigars.
I had a little other one about this size
Uh-huh.
I have a huge one
with a
but,
glue stick
I
and
never
a
used
mini
it.
pen.
Yeah, little glue stick, little tape, whatever. Yeah. Wow, cool.
All right, so Benjamin Clark sent these in to us, and what these are is Big Sally's Diary Cigar Edition journals. So essentially what you have here is whether you are new to the cigar hobby or if you're just somebody that's really interested in keeping track of what you smoke, You have a log here. You can put your brand, type, style, size, shade, wrapper, binder, filler, smell, taste, all your notes that you have about a particular cigar so that you can remember in the future whether or not you enjoyed it and might like to try more things like it.
We have a question in the comments for you, Corey.
Okay.
It's what are you gonna do with yours? Because it doesn't look like there's any pop-ups or areas with color in them.
That was what lost me on the first one. I think,
fair
really.
enough.
So the first one had even the place to like glue in the bands and stuff.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I like the size of this one better. The one I have is called a Cigar Dossier.
Okay.
Massive.
Oh, it's too big.
Okay.
The biggest problem that I had was I was finding myself trying to. It was earlier in my cigar smoking experience. I was trying to fit into like what you see people do on cigar reviews.
100%.
Right.
So like I'm actually trying to find notes and like write a fucking review of this shit as if I'm one of these guys on the internet.
You're about to be in half wheels or something.
I shouldn't, because like I know damn well I'm full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, because I know I don't taste this, but I'm like trying so hard to find something to write in here. It's leathery and it's fucking this and it's that, and it's like, this is better because it's a little smaller, more short form. Mostly, what I need is just put a band in there and say good or bad. Because that's what we always say is there's two types of cigars, the ones you like and the ones that you don't.
Are you going to smoke it again or not?
Yeah, but for somebody that is early in their experience, or like I said, if you just really like to track what you smoke, honestly, this is an excellent option.
To speak to your point about like what you were doing in the beginning where you're trying to taste stuff so that you can write about it, I think that's a really good exercise for new smokers.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all. If you're actively trying to pull out tasting notes when you're just getting into it, you're only developing your palate. I mean, all you're doing is thinking about what you taste. That's exactly what you want to do. Whether you taste it or not, just at least do the exercise.
Yeah.
So I do want to thank Benjamin for sending these into us. If this is something that is a little more up your alley than mine, you can go to bigsallysdiary.com. And this is an option.
Yeah, I want to know what other editions there are. Cigar edition. What do we got? What other editions exist?
You know,
You probably
I
have
looked,
something like Dream Edition.
and I saw, and I don't remember what the hell
You don't?
it was.
Oh, well.
I don't recall.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, I am as useful as ever. Thanks for nothing. Oh.
Who out here in the audience would you, Keith? You want one? I'm obviously not going to use mine because I didn't use the one that I had already. So it's a nice
Fair
little
enough.
souvenir
At least you're
for you.
self-aware. Yeah.
Take yourself something back to South Dakota. Maybe we'll give you some stickers to put on
There you go.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Some gold stars. Yeah.
Get you out there tagging the fucking president's heads and shit.
Hell yeah. So since you recently, last 5 years, went from not knowing how to blend to blending.
Yeah.
What's like
Well,
the three most
jury's
important things that he showed you? Like the things that you didn't expect, I guess, is more my question.
I like how you said jury's out.
Yeah.
You know, what's been most surprising to me is how one single leaf in a blend can change the entire profile of a cigar. We actually reaffirmed that during our last blending trip. We just did our last 2 blends here in November that are going to complete the core line. And we were stuck on number 7, our Maduro. It took us 5 or 6 iterations, which is not typical for us, to come up with the blend. We swapped out a Criollo for a Corojo and suddenly had the blend we wanted. That one simple move just made it exactly what we were looking for. So it's really interesting how each individual leaf, depending on which farm it came from, what seed type it is, can really shape the overall profile. That was really cool to me. There's a process to it for sure. Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to learn it here, like in the States without going, like if Keith wanted to start blending cigars for fun in his garage, how's he go about it?
You're gonna want to find a reputable place to get good tobacco to start with.
That'd be a hard one.
That's the most
South
difficult
Dakota.
part. Yeah. So I mean, you got hobbyists who are growing their own in a greenhouse, and I'm sure they're doing okay. It's probably going to be smokable. But yeah, obtaining and sourcing tobacco that's good enough to be in a cigar in the first place.
I got some asylum seed if you need it.
There you go.
Just laying around.
It's in a tin. It's grow your own asylum. It comes with the fertilizer and everything in a fucking jar. You open that jar, it does
Like
not
I sat
smell
on a
great.
fucking puppy.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time.
Scotty Robinson, what's up, buddy? Just showed up in our comments.
Scott, huh?
Yeah.
So find is like super interesting. So obviously, many people have the same blend with different wrappers, right? Like that's very common. So if you want to see the change that one leaf makes. It's out there.
Yeah.
What really interests me, and I only know of one or two people that have done this, and I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, but when you take all the same tobaccos and you change the blend, whether it's filler, switch the filler for a wrapper biter. Now it's going to be tougher, a lot tougher, especially for construction, right?
Well, Booth did that, right? With the Cupid.
That is interesting because now you're looking at the same ingredients in different places and how much of a difference that can make. But I mean, anybody that's ever made cookies and like accidentally switched the flour and salt, would know that
it's a different cookie. Yeah, that's a different cookie for sure.
I mean, you don't have to, but it helps.
It helps.
It does help.
Yeah, no, blending is fun. Honestly, it's a very hands-on learning experience. You can't really the theory behind it is one thing, but the actually doing it, like getting your hands dirty and actually selecting the leaves and tasting through everything, it's a labor of love, man. You gotta have a iron constitution for that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the next cigar. The Iron Constitution, bro.
Boom.
That's a fucking good one right there.
You're welcome.
Why don't we take this opportunity to do you want to hit the news?
Yeah.
It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode.
And while Sam handles his customers, let's go ahead and talk about the cigar news. TPE 2024 JRE Tobacco Company launched the Aladino Candela Toro. It's a limited offering, and it marks the second time JRE has nationally released the Candela. Last year, the company soft launched the limited edition Robusto, and the Candela features 100% Honduran-grown tobacco from JRE Tobacco Farm in the Jamastran Valley. The Toro measures 50 by 6 and is being sold in 20-count boxes. Fuck yeah, dude. Flying V all the way. That's cool as shit. Thank you, sir. I'm going to have to hold that up here in a second. JRE will also be introducing the Aladino Rothschild Sampler. Definitely something up my alley, which was quietly released last year.
Yes.
This will be the first trade show where it'll be showcased. It's a 3-pack sampler consisting of 3 Aladino blends in a 48 by 4.5 Vitola. Sampler includes a Aladino Corojo Aladino Vintage Selection, which is my go-to. Obviously, smoke about 100 of those a month.
No.
And the Aladino Connecticut. The Connecticut Rothschild is actually exclusive to this 3-pack, so you can't get it anywhere else. Obviously, this is a favorite of mine, but the patriarch Julio is his favorite size as well. So that's why they're showcasing them together. La Union, the collaboration between my fathers and Tatuaje, is celebrating the 20th anniversary of each company and getting closer to heading to retailers. The cigars were showcased at 2023 PCA Trade Show, and now additional details on the project have been announced. There's going to be 2 limited edition box releases, a black one and a red one. A total of 1,500 of each box will be produced. The U.S. market is receiving an allocation of 1,200 for each release, and the international market receiving 300, which is what I like to see. I usually skip over anything on the cigar news that has to do with international stuff.
Yeah.
Because I figure if we can't get it, I don't really want to talk about it. And no, I'm not going to do the rest of the 3 paragraphs about this particular launch. It was just in there in case we got into a jam. Next month, General will release the CAO Flathead Resonator.
Resonator.
That's a fucking cool
That's a cool name,
right?
man. I'm not going to lie.
Fuck yeah, it is. It's a new regular production offering under the CAO Flathead brand. It comes in a large, chunky box pressed 8x60 Vitola. Keeping the Flathead's automotive theme, the Resonator is named for a component in the car's exhaust system that reduces noise, unlike me, which is more like a straight pipe. The
Except the
Resonator
straight part.
features
Bullshit. You're a glass pack, dude.
Fuck yeah. Maybe we could hook that up. The Aladino Blast Pack. I'm down with that. The Resonator features a different blend than the other core CAO Flathead line. The cigar uses a U.S.-grown Connecticut broadleaf wrapper over a Connecticut Habano binder and fillers for Nicaragua and Dominican Republic. It is packaged in a 24-count boxes engineered with plasma-cut metal lids that double as the ultimate in cigar garage art.
I would love to.
That's a beefy sounding cigar.
So
That's intimidating a little bit.
somebody needs to tell. I don't know the guy from Blackbird, but he needs to do a partnership with Thrush.
Jonas?
Jonas, and have him do a partnership with Thrush and put the dude, I'd buy him just for the damn band. Like Thrush makes the glass packs.
Yeah.
The fiery bird on it.
Is that Roosh?
Thrush.
Thrush. I thought
Thrush.
you were saying Rush.
But since he's already got all the bird themes, get after it.
That's right up his alley. Yeah, no, Jonas is a cool guy. I'll pitch that to him.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes of seeing the cigar, but still. Oh man. No, you were talking about the plasma cut art. I don't know.
It's show and tell time.
Usually helpful to finish a sentence before you walk away from a microphone, but
No, this
Sam
is
is
too
grabbing
important.
himself some
There you
dope-ass CAO Flathead artwork that
is
has been sitting
really
in the
cool.
corner collecting dust instead of prominently displayed on his wall for some time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have any plasma cut signage for you, bud.
Well, I mean,
Really?
we'll
Step
just
it up.
send it in the mail.
Yeah,
It'll
someday.
be fine. It'll be
Someday.
Pitter patter.
We're the swag that we have coming out next is actually Apostate branded underwear. So stay tuned for that.
Is that for real?
For real?
I will buy some.
Absolutely.
You're gonna buy some prostate underwear?
Yeah.
Yes.
It says Apostate right across the ass. It's beautiful.
Oh my God, I'm into it.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Can't wait to roll those out. We were gonna do condoms, but
Why
not
don't you do
beat us to
toilet
the
paper?
punch.
Then you
There
could really
go.
roll it
Yeah,
out.
wipe your ass with my shit.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
So the names, initiatory, desert, all that.
Yeah, so I guess we didn't really touch on the religious iconography part. That's kind of the deal. I told you I found community again when I found cigar lounges, and this is our attempt to kind of build a bridge between those two worlds, right? So you take the religion out of it, but I'm still left with 25 years of life experience in that community. So that's kind of how I got to where I'm at. We wanted to include that in our branding. The first cigar is called the Initiatory. It's the name of the first ceremony you go through in the temple when you're a good Mormon and you get to go to the temple. They call that the Initiatory.
It's when you lose your innocence.
It's when you learn the real secrets about the religion. You know all that shit. The second one is called the Deseret. Deseret is a term from the Book of Mormon that means honeybee, but it's also when Brigham Young and the Mormons went west and settled Utah, it was known as the territory of Deseret. There's a lot of businesses in Utah that use the name, so
I read that wrong so many times.
And what did you read it at? Dessert?
I said desert.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you didn't call me out.
Well, here we are.
We absolutely call each other out on the show.
I was trying not to,
No.
we're going to be polite.
No,
Don't feel bad.
not here.
Don't
Fuck
feel
that.
bad.
All right,
Not
cool.
here. After the show, we can be polite and
I
be
forget
normal
I'm on the
again, not
East
here.
Coast. It's all just what it is. All right, cool.
With weather like this, you have to just be like,
Just be like, fuck you.
get after it.
All right, cool. So I know that now. The third one is called the Liahona. That's another Book of Mormon reference. It refers to a compass that's God gave to his chosen people to help them find the promised land. As long as they were faithful, it worked right. So there's a lot of references that way. That's where the iconography comes from.
I'd like a T-shirt for that one.
Yeah, there you
God
go.
promised us the Holy Land, and all I got this was this lousy cigar.
Was this fucking Connecticut? Yeah. I like it. So yeah, the last two coming out. Number 7 is called Moroni's Trumpet. Moroni is the little angel that's on top of all the Mormon temples, blowing that horn. So number 8 is going to be called the Endowment. That's the last ceremony you go through in the temple. So
That's where they check and see how big your winky is.
absolutely. I mean, you're pretty close.
We skipped over the feathered serpent, though. That's
Your feathered serpent's cool, man. That's
Love it, man.
We were kind of surprised that when we released a Candela, that was rapidly going to become our top selling cigar. But here we are. Have you smoked it? Have you smoked a Candela?
I've smoked this one and some of that one.
No,
Okay.
you've smoked it.
Did I?
Yeah, I gave you one.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have smoked it.
Yeah.
It's interesting that
I guess maybe I need this little diary more than I thought I
you
did.
better
don't I?
start writing some stuff.
It was the green one I gave you.
So that narrows it down, doesn't it?
So the feathered
You
serpent.
remember, was it last year where we smoked fucking 18
Oh,
fucking
Jesus
Candelas?
Christ.
We are not doing that this
No,
March.
I mean, I feel like
I was so sick of Candela.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Every 5 weeks
yeah,
going into March, and like the whole month of March, all we smoked was fucking
Green
Candelas,
cigars.
dude.
Good for you.
So where does why the feathered serpent? Why that seems like the Mesoamerican like
That's
Quetzalcoatl.
exactly what it is. Yeah. So
what I call
the tie-in there. Mormons, like a lot of religions, like to co-opt other cultures' stories to validate their own experience, right? So for the Mormons, the feathered serpent refers to Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
And if you look at the mythology there, Quetzalcoatl was described as a dude with a beard, but also he was responsible for helping you cross into the afterlife. Like he was a powerful godlike figure, right?
Yeah.
Mormons. The whole premise behind the Book of Mormon was the telling that Jesus Christ visited the natives in the Americas after his resurrection. And so what they're saying is that Quetzalcoatl was their interpretation of Jesus Christ during that visit.
He took
And
Virgin Airlines.
Yeah,
I
they
heard.
didn't know how to describe him properly, so they described him as this feathered serpent. So Mormons believe that was actually Jesus visiting the Aztecs.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
that's where that comes
I
from.
never heard
Yeah.
that before. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Now you know.
Yeah,
It's not written in any of their official doctrine, but they sure like to tell the story.
You learn it at the
you know,
initiatory.
yeah, you learn it in church every week. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like I like Graham Hancock a lot.
There you go.
Or Graham, sorry, I say it wrong, but he talks a lot about like the Amazonian
Yeah.
mythology behind it, and I've never heard any of that side of it for the Mormon perspective. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just their way of validating their own experience. You know what I mean? Like, oh, see, it's true. They were talking about Quetzalcoatl. That means Jesus was really here. You know, it's just one of those like, we were right. You know,
It's interesting timing about the period of the Aztecs, because the Aztecs were around during like the 1300s and stuff like that.
yeah, and that's what's funny about it too is if you look at the timing that's written in the Book of Mormon, you're talking about 600 AD. It's about 700 years too early for Quetzalcoatl.
Right.
Every time you say that, I think of the episode from the new season of Rick and Morty where everyone's got a Quado.
Oh yeah,
the
new Guado.
Every time, I'm like,
Open your mind.
That's right.
Open your mind. That was a great episode.
It was interesting to be sure. So, I have two questions. First of all, the promotion that you're running with the underwear. Do you get to choose your size, or is it just based on which size of the endowment you purchase?
Yeah, we're gonna pick for you based on just snap
based on
judgment.
this- yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
The bigger cigar you pick,
need
the smaller
smallest
underwear.
one we've got. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
Cool.
The other question I have is, so like, I threw out the toilet paper thing as a joke, but here's a legit idea.
Oh, no.
Do you have
Spaceballs the toilet paper.
Oh no.
Do you have Apostate, like one particular other cigar brand that you're more friendly with than others? Like, do you like have another manufacturer best?
Guessing probably this one.
It would probably be Hochi, right?
Hochi for sure. Hochi's family, man.
So the thing I think is you're not going to put your own brand on toilet paper, right? But what if Hochi put your brand on toilet paper and you put his brand on toilet paper, and that was part of the thing? It was like smear
that is it's literal smear advertising. Yeah, Hochi, if you've met him at all, is
God.
is a little too traditional for that certain shtick. But you got the Matt Booths of the world who would love that. So.
Right.
You do man wipes.
There's a question we normally ask, and I feel like it works really well right here.
Let's go.
So every
go
guest that
time.
comes on here gets asked. Go ahead, Corey. It is your question, sir.
Hit me.
Do you recall a certain wonderful time in the golden age of television where MTV had a little show called Celebrity Deathmatch? Okay, so if there was a cigar celebrity deathmatch
Hell
and
yeah.
you had to choose one other cigar personality to square off with in the ring,
Who would I fight?
who would you
would it
fight? It could be because it's somebody that you have beef with, or it could be someone you like. It could just be because you think it'd be a great
This is
match. Like mine,
hilarious.
I pick Omar DeFrias because I'm
Oh,
tiny
God.
and he's massive. And
I
think
picked
it'd be-
Coleman because he just fucked me up, but it'd be
Oh,
fun to watch.
Coleman. Yeah, Coleman.
Oh, he's a
but he would
machine, dude.
apologize the whole time.
I know.
He'd be like so nice after every swing.
I'm so sorry
He'd
for
be like,
this.
"I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry."
I regret all of this.
Coleman would beat the shit out of you and then
Oh,
hug
in a
you
heartbeat,
after. Yeah. Man, we got to go for comedic effect here. So one of my good friends in the the industry is actually Coleman's partner, James. And we endlessly give each other shit, but there's nothing but love there. So I'd love to punch him in the face once or twice. Absolutely.
How would he feel about that?
He would love to hit me back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That is like the highest ambition of our show, is if someday we have the funding to do the claymation.
Build a ring. And
Who picked Rocky?
I think
Rocky
it was
Patel?
Steve.
Yeah,
I think it was
Sokka.
Steve
That's right.
Sokka.
Sokka picked Rocky.
Patel.
So it was
Yeah.
Steve. We were going to do a sock puppet version of it. Steve Sokko versus Saki Patel.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Rocky doesn't have a chance in that fight.
You need a.
I don't
You need a
know,
dirtier
man.
sock.
Steve, I don't know how well he's moving comparatively.
Well, I mean, let's wonder how many blows Sokka can handle without getting faded. You know what I mean?
Right. But he does have that New England demeanor, which
he'd be resilient.
there's a lot there.
I feel like Steve would be down that whole fight until he went for the low blow. 'Cause I feel like Steve Sokka is the guy that does like the hot shots part
He's
two.
the kick
Yeah.
in the nuts guy.
Squeezes until the walnuts pop out of his mouth.
Scotty
Man, who
Robinson
else
said,
would I
"Holy
fight?"
shit, cigar death match! I'm in." So Scotty, throw us who would be your selection?
There's a couple of people I'd probably want to fight, but only because I love them.
That's the spirit.
I can tell by the look in your eyes. There's one that you're not going to say, and it's purely malice. And I respect that about
There's
you.
no
I
malice.
think he's just got crazy eyes.
I honestly don't have beef with anybody in the business, but I've only been here 3 years on this side of the table, so I'm sure it'll come later. But
That's what she said.
Beat me by this much.
That's also what she said.
by that much.
Fucking back to back. That's what he said.
As a strong follow-up, that is what she said.
No, I want to rumble with James. Absolutely, that'd be fun.
Yeah?
He's an Armenian, scrappy little fuck. So he's from the streets in LA. That would be a good fight. That would be fun.
Dude.
We could do tag team.
There you
Me
go.
and you versus
Yeah,
Coleman
man.
and James.
Absolutely.
Can we at least like put out a fucking Cigar Junkies cigar line that's called Cigar Library Deathmatch, and the box looks like a ring? And then we have little cartoon
Each of the
versions
cigars
of all the people
that were named?
Man,
Yes.
hell yeah.
And just stack up Sokka and a Rocky.
Like be like, you make a cigar for us, you make one, and we're gonna put everybody's cigar in the same box with their little fucking
And then the
claymation.
smokers vote out the winner. Absolutely.
So we'll have an Aladino Rothschild. That'll be the Corey, and then we'll have what's that giant Fratello?
which one? The one that you light either end?
Double side,
yeah.
I can't remember what it's called right now.
I
It's a
could
good
see
cigar.
fucking Ryan Seneca with Lindsay just talking in his ear and him be like, going away, I'm playing. He's like, fuck, Rocky Patel off the top rope.
And he gets Sokka 1, 2, but Sokka with a low blow.
I'll bet you Ryan Seneca's a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Carlito running around the ring just cutting people.
Dude, you could do like the little fucking entry stage musics. You know what I mean? Like fucking the Stone Cold
Everyone's
Steve
got their
Austin.
walkout music. Yeah, dude.
And then it's like, oh no, here comes Sam.
So there's the other question. Yeah. So you're let's say you're in the WWE. What's your walkout song? What do you get hyped up? before
that
you
is
get
a
in the ring, right?
great freaking question.
I don't
dude.
know.
Sex and Candy.
Okay, little Marcy's Playground. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Omerta.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I know your
Just
song.
that slow, just whoever appeals to the law against
Okay.
his fellow man.
I'm an asshole, yo.
All right, yeah, no, that's more appropriate.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, Tammy?
All right, so what's your entry music?
Fuck, I asked the question. I don't even have an answer ready. Probably something Johnny Cash.
There you go. Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire.
I mean, I feel like it's appropriate right now.
Man
Little
in
Shoeshine
Black.
boy, he never gets
There
slowed
you go.
down.
There
He's
you
got.
go.
Eric's is definitely It's Raining Men.
I'm coming out.
He's
I'm
coming into
coming
the
out to
Royal
all my
Rumble.
best friends are metalheads.
There you go. Hell yeah. Okay. I like
some
that.
no effects.
Okay. Huh, there's too many good options. to be
Yeah,
honest
that's
with
the
you.
problem.
Yeah. How do you lock it down?
We need a
Yeah,
bigger budget. Well, we need a budget.
I mean,
We
by
have
default,
one.
that would be bigger.
We
yeah.
have one. It's called your paycheck.
Yeah. My
So-
wife's not
so-
a big fan of that one.
So, who is the cigar celebrity death match you want to see though? Like,
What fight would I want to watch?
Yeah.
As a spectator,
who would it be?
I want to see Pete and Casey Johnson go at it. It's going to be
Pete
like
Johnson
the old
came to
episode of
my
Oasis,
mind
right? You know,
immediately.
remember that episode where the Oasis brothers beat each other up?
I was
It'd be
thinking
like that.
the
yeah.
Hardy Boys,
There you go.
like fucking
Yeah.
splitting up and
Let's
going after
put
each
Pete
other.
and Casey in the ring and see who comes out on top.
I want to see Luciano and what's his name finally
God,
hash that shit out. Just get it over with.
No.
Just be
Don't.
done
Nobody
with
hits
it.
Jack Tarano. Come on.
Right. Just get it over with.
It'd be fun.
No, I respect both those dudes, so that's tough to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
To watch Dave Garofalo and Steve Saka and see like who fucking dies of exhaustion first.
Seneca said Sokka and Mickey Peg.
Okay.
Like, I can see that too, but I like Sokka and fucking Garofalo because
Mickey-
I feel like halfway between the fight they just shake hands and sit down and start eating crab legs or something.
Just put Mickey and Al McAuliffe in the ring.
There's a lot of potential for sure.
You can have a lot of fun.
So Sam, your headwear style that you like, I'm starting to appreciate your growing collection of hats. Right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So I've seen these reels of the people fucking making the hats
Yeah,
for
it's
people
cool
like
shit.
on
It's
point.
cool shit. I love that.
That has to be an event here at some point, dude.
Ooh.
Like I know that's got to be pricey
Dude.
because it's a
There,
fucking Texas
there was only
thing.
one guy in Pittsburgh for the longest time that did it, and he's no longer with us.
So I looked
So-
to see if you
So
could
there's
find
a-
somewhere in Pittsburgh, and it's like they have shops that have like all
Yeah.
kinds of different
Yeah.
hats and shit. But I'm like, I feel like you need somebody that specifically does cowboy hats to come in here.
And knock
Cowboy
them
hats
out.
or like
Fucking make
fedoras,
'em-
like nice fedoras, something like that. Yeah.
I was wondering if there's like an in between. Could I maybe there isn't. Maybe it's two worlds that weren't meant to
What?
be blended. But like instead of the big fucking 5-gallon cowboy hat, like a cowboy fedora.
He,
They
want,
ha- yeah,
he
that-
wants
that's
to
the
be
thing.
fedorable.
Yeah, that's
It's so fedoras are. There are several different styles of them. There's the ones that are like the neckbeard fedoras. You know which ones I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
absolutely.
The
They're
ones
real
that-
small.
Yeah,
They're
the real small.
Yeah,
Like
man.
Kenny Steinbach?
Yeah, you're talking about something like what Humphrey Bogart wore, like
So-
back in the 20s.
There's a dude named Alejandro Mateo. He's
Get him
based
up
out
here.
of Spain.
Give him a shout. Let's get him here by the end of the show.
But if you go to his Instagram and look at these hats, it's exactly what I'm talking about. It's a perfect blend between a fedora and a cowboy style hat.
That would be.
But you're looking at, like look at that hat, man.
That's fine.
You're talking about $500 for a dope
lot.
ass custom hat.
Yeah. That'd be
I
a
can't see
great
it.
fucking like.
What do you got?
That would be a great anniversary event for just a tip. You get like
that
Liberty
is
Pole
cool.
in
Yeah.
here. Liberty Pole.
You're
and
talking
fucking hat
about
makers.
something like this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, like, just
Yes.
wider brim. It's not even
Yeah.
really a fedora, right? It is, but
These are called. It is a fedora, but they've got wider brims.
Yeah.
The shorter brim was made popular because it wasn't so cumbersome, and then guys with neck beards and 300-pound,
curled mustaches.
yeah,
In
curled
the case of
mustaches.
PBR, yeah.
Nothing against it, but it's not my vibe. Yeah.
Before I forget, I want to send a special shout out to our homeboy up in the Connecticut's,
oh yeah.
Seth Jones. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Man, big Jonesy.
Leading into Cigar Junkie month, where
Yeah.
you're going to be next in line. You're
Yep.
going to be what, Friday?
Yeah.
So happy early birthday
My
to you in
gosh.
case I
Thank
don't
you,
talk
sir.
to you because I usually only see you on Sundays, which will be my birthday. And of course, we got Cigar Junkie Day in between on Saturday, which
Yep.
is
Yeah.
the day of Corey's birthday poker tournament.
Yeah,
So
boy.
be a fucking good time.
Where everyone will look at me suspiciously.
More?
I mean,
It's 'cause
that's
you-
kind of
it's 'cause you cheat.
everywhere you go.
You're a dirty cheater.
Is that not the
And
usual?
we knows it's.
I feel like he just rolls into a Dollar General and people look at him suspiciously. Like of all the people in a Dollar General, for it to be you is impressive, really. But I think it's like a everywhere Jason goes thing. But it's kind of a weird thing I reflect on. Like most people's birthday, like you come over and give them something. It's like happy birthday and shit. And yeah, eat some cake. People come to my house on my birthday and try to take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you invite them to come take your
I know
money.
it's a very interesting,
It's a
kind
fun
of
dynamic.
dynamic. Yeah,
Otherwise,
absolutely.
no one would show up.
You had to pay for your friends.
Essentially.
He's like, fuck.
I mean, it's not news.
Mm. Fair
It's
enough.
definitely not news. I created a whole podcast and Facebook group just so I could be like, look, I have friends.
Why can't we
See?
be friends?
Actually, I think the motivation really comes down to my whole life of people saying nobody wants to listen to you. I'll be like, I'll show them.
I'm gonna prove
And fucking thanks to Keith Kilburn. I can finally
Doug
go
said he doesn't
tell
come over
them
for your
that
money.
I
He comes
have
over for your
to.
chili.
His
chili is fire, though.
Dougie didn't get a seat this year because he couldn't commit. He was like, I might come and watch. And I don't think I'm doing the chili this year.
And now there's a seat open for Doug because everybody's leaving. No. No chili, no go.
Yeah, it's just like the biggest problem with it is it's a lot of maintenance to do leading up to.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like my wife used to want to make me fucking pulled pork nachos all the time. And I'm like, I love that. But that's a
Now you gotta do
terrible
pulled
thing
pork.
to
Yeah.
be
Yep.
eating when you're playing cards. Because now you got nacho cheese and barbecue sauce over the whole fucking deck. And
Yeah,
you can't
that'd be a
shuffle
problem.
it because they're all stuck together like Playboy magazines.
I don't understand that reference.
No,
What
not
does
at
that
all.
mean?
Can't be that
I
young.
don't know. I don't
What
get
do you
it.
mean? No.
What, it's stuck together. I don't. What are you talking about?
He grew up Mormon.
Yeah.
It's
What
fine.
is this?
It's fine.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
There's a reason he didn't stay more.
Are those
It's
pages
probably
sticky?
Hustler.
He,
Give me
now,
the good stuff. Yeah.
Now, if you were talking about the anal magazines, he'd be all over that.
No, all day. Yeah, sodomy and religion go hand in hand, right?
Right. That's how you avoid being. That's how you stay a virgin.
I guess.
Let's open a hat store in Pittsburgh and call it Sodom and Fedora.
Oh my God.
Eric, it's your calling.
He said we're going to open up a hat store in Pittsburgh and call it Sodom and Fedora.
Fucking genius.
I like how the guys that come here to like watch this show every Sunday have no idea what the hell we're saying. They're just not paying attention at all. We actually have a group of people that isolated themselves in a back room so that they wouldn't have to listen to us. Licking boots.
Jesus.
Playing with containers for toes.
Nicola. Oh, wait, I don't want to get copyright infringement.
Yeah, there's a strike.
Yeah.
I only said half of it.
And
I
it,
think we're
dude,
good.
no, that was Africa. You know, the song by
Weezer.
Toto.
Toto.
Ah, my wife hates that song.
Oh, yeah.
I
love
like
it.
that song. But
It's
she hates
obnoxious.
it.
That,
God bless the rains down in Africa.
what is
It
your
really doesn't make any sense if you look at the words. But
If
there's
you
a
read
lot
the
of songs
lyrics
like that.
on their own,
Yeah.
it's garbage.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
listen to the songs, poetry.
It's so beautiful.
So, which is kind of funny because that leads me into the band that I just don't get, which is fucking Pearl Jam. They have one song that I actually like. I like their sound of them, but I hate the way that fucking it sounds like Eddie Vedder is having a stroke and being possessed by a goat at the same time.
He's the one who started the 90s craze of only singing consonants. Like there's no vowels
Yes.
involved, right?
Right, yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah,
like
man.
everybody loves this song called Yellow Ledbetter.
Great musically.
And I was like,
It's a good song.
musically,
maybe that song is good if you know what the words are. And I'm like, nope, none of this makes a lick
the
of
beauty
sense.
of it is you make up your own words, man, and it fits. Whatever you want to say it.
The problem is if you make up words, you have to use vowels, and then it just doesn't work
Dude.
anymore.
So in the early 2000s, I was in a band here. We played
Same.
all over Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So
Can we trade?
we figured out early that my buddy wanted to cover a Creed song.
Oh,
And
God.
we're learning the chord progression. We never ended up covering it. And the bass player was like, dude, every Creed song has the same chord
Same,
progression.
yeah.
And they
Exactly
do.
the same.
They really do.
So what
Yep.
we started doing was like learning Creed songs and singing other Creed songs over top of those.
Oh.
Dude, it worked.
Yep.
It worked 100%.
Yeah, they figured out their recipe and just stuck to it.
Mhm.
That's
Well,
not
that's like
true.
Green Day perfected the
Yeah.
three
The
chord
three
progression.
the three
I
power
know-
chords. Yeah, man. Yep.
That's it.
That's
There's
it.
every Green Day song ever written.
GCD, man. That's
That's
it. Yeah.
I know 3 Creed songs, and one of them's GACG, one of them's GDBC,
Uh-huh.
and one of them's DAB F sharp.
Okay,
What is life
But take
for?
that song, take "What Is Life For," and then sing any other song, like any other song that came out
What's
on
This
that
Life For
album.
is the
I
template.
feel like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
so you start singing a Creed song, and then you start another one, and then you get ready to go.
We'll do a little round
Well,
robin.
we
Yeah.
gotta figure out which ones who's doing what.
Row,
Here- okay,
row,
so,
row
like,
your boat.
A better quality band, but even more egregious, Godsmack.
You want
Not
more-
only
you want
is
some
it
more
the
coffee?
same
Please, yeah.
music, it's the same words just shuffled. Every Godsmack song is the same words, just shuffled in a different order.
Oh my God, you're not wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Tell me an original
Revelatory.
Godsmack.
Yeah, but that dude is a
It's a
badass
great
drummer.
band.
Like,
I love all of those songs. I mean, I love that song.
You could say
every
the
time
same
they
for
play it
Disturbed.
in different ways.
Yes.
You could,
Yes.
fuck, man. I mean, that was why these guys are so popular, though. You get a sound that works. Why would you stray from that? You know?
Which
Yeah.
is ironic because one of the bands that I could think of that grew the most in terms of progressing to different types is Linkin Park.
Oh
Yeah.
And I think they were good across the board, but they had so many people hate on them because the
their
second
sound
record
changed.
didn't sound
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
first
yeah,
one,
yeah.
and the third one
which
didn't
I
sound
actually
like the
appreciated.
second one. Right. It's like, listen.
And by the third album, it didn't sound like the same band at all.
No,
Yeah,
and their
yeah, yeah.
argument was, listen, if you like Hybrid Theory, listen to Hybrid Theory. We're not
Right.
taking that music
We're just
away.
making something new.
It's
Right.
still
We're just
here.
trying to grow
Thank you.
creatively and like try different things and like not get bored playing the same
That's-
shit over
Yeah,
and
heaven
That's the
forbid you're
same
an
as,
artist
like-
who doesn't want to get
Which
locked
is
in.
courageous.
You don't want to mimic yourself.
Listen,
all the
listen,
time.
from that
listen to
sound.
Ride the Lightning and then the Black.
Oh yeah,
Album.
come on. Yeah.
Two
well,
com-
most people write off Metallica after Black.
Yeah,
Label.
after the they're like, oh, your new shit sucks, but
yeah.
it's like
But it's the same thing. Yeah.
you understand that like James Hetfield started out, he was like 19 years old.
They
He-
were kids,
The
man.
never
Yeah.
had a guitar lesson. He never, or, well, I mean, he may have had guitar lessons, but he never had a singing lesson.
No, God.
And
no.
then once he got in, he was like, okay, 20 years of screaming into a microphone.
right.
I'm gonna be
How do I
talking
take
like
it
that.
easy now?
Yeah, we've got to start writing music.
Dude, one of my favorite bands, AFI, same thing.
There you go.
Started out screaming, and then he had 2 throat surgeries because obviously,
right.
and then now he's singing, and it's different, and it's more
Sure.
like 80s synth pop, and it's awesome. And it's like, dude, let him change. It's all good.
Can we
Corey
talk
Taylor,
about the fact that-
Disturbed.
Yeah,
all of
Corey
them, like-
Taylor, come on, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
For 20 years, I did not know that 30 Seconds to Mars was Jared Leto.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I had no idea that like there was a fucking famous actor that was fucking because
He stepped on my hand at a live show once.
it sounded like
Really?
somebody stepped on his balls during
Stepped
the
right
show.
on my hand.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, it wasn't awesome. He didn't even know he was doing it. I was right up front at the stage. He was playing at a venue called the Depot in Salt Lake City, and I was right up there. There was no gate between the stage and the audience, and I had my hand on the stage because I was turning around, and he stepped forward at that moment, right on my hand. He had no idea my hand was there, and so I was like 10 seconds of like fucking Jared Leto move.
And the
So that
moral
was
of the
cool.
story
That was
is
What's up, Greg Perry?
Mormons love 30
Yeah,
Seconds to Mars.
obviously.
Troy
yeah.
Harper's
This was-
here, and
this
you
was
guys
like-
mentioned Metallica. He's excited.
Yeah, this
What
was like
took you so long,
2006.
You missed the fact that we all got fucking some badass
Yeah, dude,
guitar
these are
lighters,
cool as
dude.
hell.
And dude,
This is
Rex just
awesome.
brought him in.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait
You
to
knew I
fire
had to
this
take
up.
the
Look at
Les
that.
Paul because it's the fucking same style as the Dino.
I honestly gave these zero thought when I handed it to
Yeah.
each person. I should have handed it to you because that one lights up.
Dude, I'll take
And
the
it's
flying
shiny.
V
I
all
did-
day.
that
Yeah,
one
man.
did too, didn't
No.
it?
No, it doesn't light up.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
No.
I don't care.
You got to be careful about your finger placement. You burn your finger off if you
Yeah.
think that flame's going to come out
It's
of the
got
headstock.
little faux strings on here. These are cool as hell. Yeah, man.
It's
Thank
super
you.
cool.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it does have little strings, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
man.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, Rex at Streno Shoe Repair, I think is what it's called.
I got to get Jason to paint this one yellow for me.
Yeah, well, careful
Why
with
don't
the
you
clear
just
coat.
though. I
shellac
can't.
it? Yeah, clear
Yeah.
coat it.
Well,
and
that's why I'm
sand
not doing it yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Troy said, "Oh fuck, those are cool lighters." So we got little cigar bibbles. We got our Flying V lighters. It's
Hell
all
yeah.
kind of
It's
presents
a good
today.
day. It's a good day, and it's
Hell
just
yeah.
started.
Which
Let's
one did you
go.
get, Jay?
The red one, like him.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
flying-
3 Flying V's
Yeah,
and,
and
a,
you
and a
can
Les
switch
Paul.
if you'd like. I mean, it's up to you.
No,
I think these
no.
were the only.
I'm happy
Three
with
that
my
there were.
selection here. Yeah.
Yeah, you really
You're
could.
gonna, somebody's gonna fucking put a hole in their hand.
Yeah, I'm not going to sell these because of exactly that. I hold zero.
A little bit of liability there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not get
I'm
involved
actually
in that.
going to probably never fill this.
Why?
Just
I'm
because
gonna use the
I
shit
will
out of
be
mine,
the
man.
guy
Yeah.
that'll burn a fucking hole in my hand.
I'm going to use the shit out.
I'm gonna light this thing all the time.
No.
When
Today,
I come
all
in,
you're gonna see is me with that guitar.
when I come in next week with a fucking fully bandaged hand, what happened? I decided to put butane in that lighter.
I lit
Started
myself
using
on
my
fire.
lighter.
Well, the nice thing is at least they're soft flame, so it's not like you're going to get a blowtorch into you. Yeah.
I've blowtorched my own hand before.
I
Those-
blowtorch my own hand with a blowtorch.
Those damn Oliva table lighters that they used to give out at events. You got to really pay attention to what's up and down on those things because I stuck it straight into my thigh.
That
Yeah.
ain't gonna work.
What?
Don't put it in the jet.
I was lighting it down here. I was just gonna torch my cigar, and I had the nozzle pointing down when I clicked that nub button, and it went straight into my thigh.
Oh, yeah, the cylindrical ones. I was like,
Uh-huh.
what are you talking about?
They emerged from the back room. Why does everybody look so sticky?
I don't know. They're all leaving too. They're all sweaty.
She's smiling.
yeah. I don't know what's going on here.
Happy as a lark. Those guys are kind of walking with a
Oh,
limp.
yeah, look at them. They're like skipping to their car right now.
Yeah.
No, this whole thing's gonna go up in flames. Just fucking
You just
butane
filled it. Here we
all
go.
over the
Chaos
place.
ensues.
I can't. Most of the butane's on the outside of the lighter.
Ride the lightning, baby.
But it got shiny lights.
Yeah. Anywho's,
Yeah, you might need an adapter kit.
it's possible. I think the cans I have at home have a girthier tip. I think
Girthier?
they'll be better, more gooder for sure. So time where we at here. Seems like a good time to hit the events.
Oh yeah,
Jason, you want to play some arbitrary music in the background as one does?
I always do.
Yeah.
What's this life
What are
for?
you playing? The random music or the Junkies theme?
The generic music.
Okay. Just
Elevator
curious.
music. Yeah.
Tuesday, January 30th at Just the Tip Cigars. It's karaoke night from 6 to 10 p.m. Join us for a night of cigars, karaoke, and lots of fun. DJ Mark will be there hosting the coolest karaoke night in Pittsburgh. What's better than karaoke? Karaoke and cigars at Just the Tip Cigars. Every time, because of last week's show, we called last week's show, it's Ribs Manning Day.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Ribs Manning Day.
Ribs Manning Day.
Yeah, so we were
Dude
talking.
brought a vat of ribs. I wasn't kidding.
Love it.
So my wife's in
Rex
the puzzle
Manning.
room last night. I come out of the bathroom, getting ready to go downstairs, and I hear fucking how's the song go? What's the French song go?
Which
Fucking
one?
the Rex Manning song.
Oh, Mona Moore.
Monet Moore. And I'm like, it's Rex Manning Day. I went in there. She's like, you watching Empire Records? She's like, yeah, you were talking about it. It came up as a
Stuck in it.
recommendation. I haven't seen it in like 30 years. And I'm like, it's not going to be good. But you know what? It's all worth it just to see the fucking
It's
Mark
totally
kid
worth it,
get
dude.
eaten
Yeah.
by Guar.
Totally worth it.
That's the best scene in the whole fucking thing.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
but there was the moment when he's like walking around singing into the mop, Monet Moore, and the fucking the cool owner Joe is like, Mark, don't sing, and I'm like, that's like a perfect microcosm of our podcast. Is like everybody looking at me going, don't sing, Corey.
Don't sing.
Don't do
pretty
that.
much.
The only French song I know is Les Poissons, Les Poissons, voilà, Les Poissons. No,
Could go for a
From The Little Mermaid.
fucking right, little
Correct.
doggy.
Yes,
It's the only
absolutely.
French. All of my French is encompassed in that sentence.
I've been
I know how to
learning,
say les poissons.
Le Poisson.
The fish.
So we went for his wife's birthday at fucking Roy's by the Tracks in Finleyville, and I signed up for the.
Okay, quit wasting it.
It's not working out.
I'm just being smart.
I signed up for the jukebox membership just so I could play Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid at the fucking bar.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a jam, dude. It's a great song.
Dude, that is
And everybody loves you for playing it.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
Keep that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Who's singing it on Tuesday is the question.
Well, there was this one guy that was there just playing weird shit like to torture everybody, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wouldn't that
always
make
that
more
guy.
sense to play it at a bar that you're not at? Like,
Yeah.
isn't it more fun just to
log
be
in
like
and
knowing that everybody's sitting there going, "What the?" They should put a
Jukebox
camera
terrorist.
on the jukeboxes so you could see people react to the shit you're playing.
Who was the comedian that talked about how he played What's Up Pussycat like 45 times in a row?
Oh, dude. And then all of a sudden it would end and you'd see everybody just look at the jukebox like, please no. Please no.
again.
Please no.
Not again.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, hey, hey. Saturday, February 3rd, otherwise known as Cigar Junkie Day. You got the PCC meeting in Erie, PA. Join PCC, PWF, EWP, and the WWE. Why not? We'll just throw that one in there for good measure. For the grand opening of the latest cigar lounge in Erie, although...
People are going to show up and be
They're
like,
gonna be like,
"We
where's
heard-
the wrestlers?
Where's the wrestlers?
Where's Vince McMahon? Oh, wait. Oops. Too soon?
It's the first weekend for the public smoking in the lounge. It's BYOB, so this will be a bottle share as well. See comments and details for the bottle share.
The Marcella
Join
Shale.
Stephen Folmar, PCC member, and Stephen Fabino, owner of PC and PCC member. There's too much bullshit. Earl, tighten it up, buddy. I don't even think they put the name of the place, but if you want
It's
to
the
go
break.
there, PCC members, you could check out the events tab and find out all the details for that one. Wednesday, February 14th at Cloud 33, it's Ladies
yes,
Night,
it's
the Valentine's
ladies'
party. Come out and enjoy a cigar, ladies and gents. If you want a mature and sophisticated atmosphere, don't come here. Go there and enjoy your evening with your lady or man, friend or family, to the place that only allows you to be premium. It's $25 cover, complimentary mimosas, champagne, cigar specials, small bite sweets, raffles, giveaways, and live music, or DJ.
And/or.
I still am hoping that it's and. I want there to be a competing DJ and a band.
Yeah.
That is the
That would
fucking
be
ticket.
awesome.
DJ will win that fight.
It'd be
DJ, spin that
interesting.
shit.
And then finally, Saturday, February 17th at the Bottle Shop in the Pittsburgh Bottle Shop in Heidelberg. It's the Strum Junkies from 7 to 10. You can come hang out, have some great food, some locally brewed beer, and enjoy some acoustical activities from me and Nick the Pick Charles. So it'll be a good time for everybody. I realized that I did not. So in the giant paragraph that I skipped over on the cigar news, I wanted to cover the one part at the bottom. So that cigar from that's called the La Union from My Father's in Tatuaje is going to cost you 60 paper Lincolns.
Oh, wait.
60 paper Lincolns. However,
60 Lincolns or 16
Lincolns.
Okay,
no, paper
bad.
Washingtons. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
How many paper
I was
Lincolns?
like 60 Lincolns is
That is
that's $300.
Yeah, we were like,
We
I
can't
like
say
that vagueness, by the way. That was thanks for that.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
my apologies.
Yeah.
What would that end up being? That would be
300 bucks.
$300.
12 paper Lincolns?
Dude, at this point,
Yes.
it's $60. Just say
That-
it.
that-
We're already
but
we're
the
there.
thing-
Just
here's the
say it.
thing.
Yeah.
They each include a Zycar XI1 perfect cutter. So like that kind of, except for it's a perfect cutter. I hate perfect cutters.
I've learned to
I haven't
appreciate them
s-
lately.
I haven't seen that one, but I generally hate perfect cutters. I'd like to
Absolutely
have the
love
freedom
mine.
to choose
Yeah, I like
how
that
much I want
XI1.
to cut
Yeah.
off my cigar.
I've had mine for about 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Is it perfect?
It's perfect every time.
You know what we should
every
do?
time.
Jason, what are your thoughts on the cigar?
Mine's gone.
Mine too.
It
why
was
I
Did
threw
you
great.
guys all throw them away? You just tossed them?
We were just like,
fuck this. Yeah. Hey, look
He
at
nubbed
that.
it out.
You got some burned fingers. All right.
No, that's ink from the pen that
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Exploded them.
That's his story, and we're
I
sticking
thought initially
Do you think he
it's
jerked off a squid?
to it. Yeah.
it got more subtle as
does.
as it smoked,
It does.
and I
It
like
mellows
that.
out.
I
Yeah.
like that initial punch, and then it was just an enjoyable
It's
experience.
a,
all the
you
way
light it
through.
up, and it's a hey, welcome to the party, and
Yeah.
then you're at the party and you're comfortable. For
Yeah,
the
it
rest
was
of
a
you know?
good.
Yeah,
That was a good morning cigar.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
spot on, man.
absolutely. I smoke in the afternoon. It's not typically my evening cigar. I like something a little more stout in the evening. So the Deseret's perfect for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
had that
morning,
yesterday.
afternoon, love that cigar.
Corojo King Corey over here.
Very enjoyable, very medium.
I want to know all of the tasting notes.
Yeah, let's hear 'em. Come on.
A little
Alphabetical.
bit like leaves,
Some dead leaves. Yeah.
and when I got to the end, a little bit of paper notes. were coming through
A
Fermentation.
little bit of tobacco.
Little bit of paper.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Good.
It's definitely a medium of the road. I think this one's more my style.
Got the Deseret going. There you
is
go.
this the punchiest one you got?
As
That's
far
the
as
one I
flavor
want.
notes, I wouldn't call it punchy. I would call it potent. It's definitely our most bold flavored cigar. Yeah.
That's generally,
Yeah.
and I would say that probably most of the people listening to this, it seems like most of the cigar geeks kind of have a tendency toward a fuller body experience.
Fuller
It's-
flavor,
No,
yeah.
I mean like that's not like not necessarily the rule.
Sure.
There's exceptions,
Yeah.
but for the most part,
Yeah, I think people seek complexity. I think you seek bold flavor. You want to know you're smoking a cigar, right? So that's not surprising. That is the one you're smoking is our top seller. The Candela is right behind it, though. It's quickly gaining ground.
Hell yeah.
I think
Oh, dude, I loved it. It's a solid medium. It was fantastic. All around was good. Grab him what we just had. But yeah, all around it was just good. Sorry, that guy doesn't pick his own cigars. I pick them, so
fair
he
enough.
doesn't even know what he wants. So I was just like telling Ryan where to go.
I was
but you know,
focused on the bottles because I was cut off.
Oh, you want another drink now?
I only
Breakfast.
have so much time, but I feel okay because even though I work tonight, I'm gonna go home and take a nap
Oh,
before
nap
I
out.
do, and it's like
Yeah.
still like 13 hours away.
yeah,
So
you got time. But no, I really enjoyed it. It changed a lot throughout, like from start to finish. That was what was cool. Like I didn't get a more subtle as it went. I got like an up and down. I got a roller coaster out of it, which was cool.
It
I
is up
really
and
enjoyed
down a
that.
little.
in the
I think-
background over here, Ryan Seneca was deep throating the silly sausage, and I feel like that should be part of the trip for Keith Kilburn is to stroke the sausage.
Oh yeah, he has to play
Came all
around
this
with it.
way.
He has to play
I
around
think
about
that should
it.
be a part of the experience. Watch the show, come to just the tip, and touch the sausage.
Yep, spank me, pull me, twist me.
So I've got a question for you.
Ask away.
How is it that is the flavors, the notes and stuff that are present in a cigar, is that something that is chosen? Is
Yeah.
it something that is infused into the tobacco, or is that the natural flavor of the tobacco itself?
For us, it is the natural flavor. There are infusions out there. We are not in the infusion world. So everything you taste in our cigars is naturally occurring.
So
in the leaf.
when you're saying, oh, this is a floral taste or this is a nutty taste or something like that,
we're specifically picking leaves that present that flavor. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. When we go do a new blend, we have the name picked out. We have the size picked out. Typically the size picked out. We've had a couple of cases where the size didn't work for the blend.
Size didn't matter.
Yeah. So, but
That's not what she told me.
we also have an idea of the flavor profile in mind because we have a specific wrapper maybe that we want to work with or something like that. So we kind of build the blend based around whatever wrapper we've chosen. So we kind of work backwards that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has anybody trademarked the natural selection for a cigar brand?
I'm
That'd
sure
be a good
gotta
one.
be.
I want to say J.C. Newman. I'm not sure. I think so.
It's got to have like the little Newton Jesus fish on it.
The fish with legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well played. Well played.
Well played.
The natural selection.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good name.
I think the important thing to consider, so like
Arturo
obviously
Fuente.
not infused.
Fuente has it?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
The natural selection. All right. The Fuente fish we could do. That's possible. The thing to remember is it is natural flavors, but they are selected
Yeah.
based on not only what tastes good together, but what combusts together.
Yeah, it has to work well flavor-wise, but it has to burn too.
It's like a perfect combination of science and art.
There's
right?
definitely a science to it.
Because you can be like, this tobacco tastes great, this tobacco tastes great, this tobacco tastes great. They're going to taste great together. But if
Right.
it doesn't burn properly,
Yeah.
then you can't do it.
Yeah, and you can still get the flavors you want out of the leaf types that will, work for combustion. My partner is a musician by trade, and he likens the blending process to writing a song, and it's very similar. You've got the artistry of writing a song, but you've also got music theory.
Now
right?
you're going to
sometimes.
Davidoff.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeno Davidoff.
Yeah.
A lot of theirs are named by
Zeno,
song,
you've
right?
got Avo.
Oh, yeah. There's it might have been Avo that I was
Avo,
thinking of. that-
You've got
that's-
Rafael Nadal doing that with the Quattro series now.
Yeah.
The Sonata.
lot of
things like that.
overlay between music and cigars.
Yeah,
To derail this a little bit, I had a question that I wanted to ask a little earlier.
derail away.
That's what we do.
Is the Tyrann Purple a purposeful thing that you put on the band here, and is it on all of them?
No, so the purple. Each cigar has a different colored secondary band.
I appreciate
it's just-
that.
Yeah. It's a good
Easy
way
to
for
ID.
just identification when you're in the humidor.
So when you come in and you go, I want the one in the black box.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
not going to get you very far. But if you say you want the red one or the blue one or the purple one, then we know what you're talking about. The purple for that one was selected because it looks really good against the tone of that Corojo wrapper.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
less interesting. I thought it was a callback to like
I really feel.
just because of the names of your cigars
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And the Tyrann Purple was the
No,
color.
the purple typically is a very regal color. It's a royalty.
Right.
kind
It
of
was
thing,
made
yeah.
from snails.
Exactly.
And it was like
It was
it
the
was
most expensive
elite.
color, yeah.
It was if you were caught wearing it and you weren't royalty, they'd execute you.
Yeah. So there is a little bit of that in play, like the feathered serpent. The band is green.
Yeah.
The desert,
Okay,
the
cool,
band
cool.
is gold because it means honeybee, and honey is gold. So yeah, there is some tie-in with the color.
Now
for
I
sure.
know
like that.
why I was getting notes of escargot.
Exactly.
go.
This
There
one
you go.
tastes like
Dude,
snake.
have you ever had it?
No.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
It's
had the
so
opportunity
good.
once. So I was in an airport in I've been in so many goddamn airports,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
remember.
Yeah.
So I was in an airport and I was sitting in it like it was a fancier restaurant. And I saw the escargot on the menu, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm that guy that tries the weirdest thing on the menu. And I'm like, I've never had it. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for the waitress to come, and she comes over to me, but she comes over with the escargot in her hand. And me and the guy that was sitting in the table in front of me, we were facing each other. And she sets the escargot down in front of him, and I looked at it, and it just looked terrible.
Right.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't look good.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I can eat ugly food.
Sure.
but this looked bad from the kitchen.
Unappetizing,
right?
yeah,
It looked
yeah.
bad.
And you're
from
talking
the kitchen.
airport too. So
Yeah, it's airport escargot. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, escargot. I mean, have you had it?
So I
Yeah,
skipped.
I've had it.
That's
yeah,
phenomenal.
I skipped.
Rocky Mountain
honestly,
oysters.
I didn't.
Phenomenal.
There you go. I didn't love escargot.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't hate it. I would eat it again. But I was at a really so in high school. There's a really nice French restaurant in Salt Lake City. And you're taking the courses in high school where they're trying to teach you etiquette, right? And so we would take a field trip to this restaurant. Yeah, well, come on, it's Utah. Everyone's very polite.
You got 7 moms.
That's crazy.
of course,
at
etiquette's
least
a problem.
7. So it's one of those, they take you on a field trip to this fancy French restaurant and they order for you. So there's escargot on the table, there's pasta, there's bread, all that. And I think I was the only one who tried the escargot. Everybody was a little scared.
Why do rich people always eat things in the consistency of boogers?
Yeah, it was like that.
What's the bird that they drown in the wine?
Isn't that duck?
It's duck, I think.
Is it duck?
Yeah.
Because there's a French duck that is, it's not outlawed you can't serve it in the United States, where they force feed it.
Yeah.
They force feed it like every 2 hours, and they get this duck really fat. I forget what it's called, but it's there's
Yeah. No, this is a little tiny bird.
Oh,
they drown it in wine.
They drown it in
I'll
wine.
tell you in a second.
my God.
That's interesting.
The terror makes it taste
I'm
better.
like, I hate the fact that I want to try it, but I want to try it. Like I do.
I'll try anything.
I still
once,
haven't done
you know.
caviar yet. That's
Caviar.
on my
I
list.
love caviar. Caviar's good.
If it's called autoerotic asphyxiation, I'll drink it.
How do we get there?
I have no
I
comment.
don't know,
How do we-
drowning,
Yeah, I don't know what to say right now.
suffocation.
Even she was like, huh? Say what?
I just miss David Carradine now.
Damn it, I can't think what that bird's called. Anyways,
Okay, it is a French dish.
yeah.
It is called ortolan bunting or gastro obscura. That's weird.
In gastro.
This prized, now illegal French dish is prepared by blinding a snowbird and drowning it in brandy.
Yeah, that's what
Jesus Christ.
Yep, blinding a snowbird and drowning it in brandy.
sounds delicious.
I'd eat it.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, the tears really season it up.
Oh, it just adds to it,
absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
I think it'd be better at least like. Do we have to
Gotta
kill
hope my
the
wife's
duck?
not listening.
Can't we just use the duck to like stir? You know, their feet are going underneath the water. Can't it just be like
have them
mixed
stirring
by
the
the duck?
snowbird
Duck foot spoon.
in the brandy.
All right.
In the boiling
Brandy.
Why
in
not?
the boiling brandy.
If
Shit,
you're killing
shit.
birds,
I mean, let's just get after
Go
it. Let's
for
go
it. Yeah,
full just Donnie Darko on it.
Has anybody
I'm
made the
uncomfortable.
Shocker cigar yet?
the shocker.
That
I'm
would
sure
be,
it's out there.
That would have to be
Is
a
that
3-pack.
You stick it in someone's
But it would
butthole,
come in a
or-
4-pack, and one slot would
Two-
be empty.
Two of the bands are pink and one of them's brown.
so you'd have two of the Fuente pinks, the rare
Yeah,
pinks,
2 in the pink.
Yeah.
and then what would we do for the
Aging room. Aging room's got a bunch of brown bands.
Tatuaje.
Tatuaje? I think
Yeah, there you
Tatuaje
go.
would be
There
that.
you go.
But yeah, but they
It'd
don't
have to be a
stink.
Corona.
Don't waste a
Because
good
the pinky.
Tatuaje in the ass.
What if we shove? What if we put like a quorum in there?
Yeah, do
Like 2
something
rare
that you don't
pinks
care
and
about.
then a stink.
Yeah.
We could do
Just
that,
really
for
rock and roll.
Again, there has to be an empty space.
I think we
between
should
the
stop. I think
cigars.
we're
That's not a bad
we're getting
time.
there.
I'm trying to shut
Rapidly.
it down. As classy
Just
as I can.
yeah, that's I'm like you know what?
We're
Let's
ending on
maybe
a
just
real fucking
we
high
did
note.
really good.
That's how we roll. For sure.
What do we
They're
got?
like a 99-cent cigar.
What
called
is
the
that?
Shocker.
The
There
shocker.
is a shocker cigar. It's
Good
99
times,
cents.
quickie. The Shocker.
Shocker.
There you go.
That is specifically for you to put weed in for sure.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yo, let me get a couple of them Philly wraps.
Yep. That's exactly what that is.
Yes, sir.
No new Facebook members this week. Special thanks to
What am I,
Keith
chopped
Kilburn
liver?
for coming all the way here from South Dakota just to ignore his family and hang out with us.
I dig.
I kind of feel like
Seth
I'm a
Jones.
new Facebook member.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, but
did you joined last week?
You'll be on next week's.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you joined today.
God damn it.
You didn't
notes,
make it.
Notes were written probably
God
like
damn
10
it.
minutes before you got here.
Nah, it was last night
fine.
before I went to bed.
It's fine,
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Yeah, that's usually how I do it.
Proud
I
of
can't
you.
wake up early
That's
enough
twice
to
I'm
do it.
proud of you in one day.
And it's look at me go.
I don't remember what the other one was.
If you're in the
Yeah, what was the
Pittsburgh
other
or Pennsylvania area, check out the PCC or PACC Facebook groups. Special thanks to Brandon from Apostate
you.
for
Hell
coming
yeah,
out
this
here
is fun.
and showing off his lovely boxes. And
Guys, take a look at my lovely box. Absolutely.
that's right. We'll keep you guys updated on when the high-end hat event is going to be happening at Just a Tip. And I think
dig it.
that's it, man. You want to say the thing?
I could do the thing. Salute.
That's the thing.
Set your butane.